Tonight is about reclaiming your time. The nonprofits say the budget is low. So I'm going to jump in. And like I said, my partner, Tori, some who've been on with us know that that's my daughter, but in business, my partner. And tonight we're going to go in. Hopefully, you got a chance to look at the video before, which introduced Marblism. Tonight is the point of doing a demo. This might not be perfect. I'm gonna share my screen. So it's like many of the other platforms, right? Once you sign up, we're gonna go over to the side. It is so much that you can do with this, but we're gonna talk tonight on the perspective of being a nonprofit leader. And please understand that if you have a business as well or your personal, you can actually put 2 and 3 workspaces, 4 or 5. As a matter of fact, you'll see we have several right here. Okay, I have a couple of nonprofit clients that I work with. And we're gonna create a workspace. And it says welcome. And this is your AI team to life. So once we get started, we'll say maybe you're the executive director. Okay. And then if you have a website, you will put that in there. I'm gonna say I don't have one because we're walking through this. What's your business name? Let's just say nonprofit demo. What's the business industry? Let's see if nonprofits are in here. Yep, there we go. What does your business do? Save the world. How about that? What are the target customers? When you do leads, grant, it's corporate funders, foundations. So corporate funders and foundations, right? So you actually get showing four. So we have Eva, the executive assistant, we have Sunny, the social media manager, we have Stan, who's the lead generator in our case of nonprofits. But if you're planning events or things like that, you can also do leads for both. Receptionist is Rachel. And then you have Penny is the blog writer. So if you don't have a blog, but maybe a newsletter, also keep in mind that maybe some articles you want to put on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is going to be the best spot when you think of sponsors, when you think of getting, donors, and think about all the corporations that are on there. You can showcase, like, if you deal with homelessness, give some articles related to that, some statistics, just something to keep people engaged and maybe post something every week. Talk about when you're posting, talk about the things that you're doing in the community, things that have happened, how did it go, and so on and so on. Just keep it engaged so they can also see that as well. And then legal assistant will be Linda. When you have contracts, especially if you're doing some between another nonprofit, collaborations, any kind of contract, you can run it through Linda and she can highlight some red flags. She can make it layman's term to you so you'll understand it. It doesn't take the place of a attorney, but she comes darn near close. Organizes your inbox. Eva will organize your inbox. She prepares draft replies automatically. Join meetings and take notes. She tried to do that earlier today in my Zoom. I forgot it was hooked up, and she'll take notes. Sends you daily briefings and reminders, so you can set that up as well. Sonny, like you said, he's a social media manager. He sends you posts, ideas every day, maybe posts 2 to 3 times a week on Facebook. Make sure your Instagram is connected. And in between times, you can do more videos like that you're talking or other videos that you've captured. Can create carousels for IG and LinkedIn that was not existing just 2 months ago. So they're constantly working on this. They're even working on more agents. Creates captions and designs images, schedule post automatically, can post on Facebook, Instagram, X. Google My Business. Every nonprofit, and that's a good reason why you should have a commercial address. You don't want to put your home address out there. But if you have an address for the nonprofit, preferably not the mailboxes like UPS or FedEx, because that's what people are going to see if they look for the organization. So you ideally want to have, even if it's a co-working space, I like those because you can also go there when you want, even if you get something that's just 3 days a week or so many hours a month, but at least you have access. This needs to be part of the budget. So if a workspace is for, say, $150 all in with the mailbox, multiply that times 12, that's part of your budget. And like I said, now they say you can create carousels for IG and LinkedIn. That is very new. So Stan, inside of LinkedIn, that's what he's mainly known for, right? It's funny talking like they're people, but that's what he's known for. But you can actually have him scan the general internet. You have to tweak it a little bit more. But for LinkedIn, definitely he knows. And he has access to 700 million contacts, you guys. Qualifies leads based on your criteria. So you can just put the things in there for criteria of what you're looking for when it comes to a lead. Make sure you're not just asking for donations to the general public. Okay. That needs to happen in the DM. Build your relationships, let it happen in the DM. But for corporate people, again, you still want to build that relationship, but that's the purpose of getting the leads is for those corporations. Send personalized outreach emails. It will do that. And then it handles emails and follow ups. Don't let so much be automated because a lot of times LinkedIn works better if you already have the premium. A premium they have free for 30 days and it's like $99. Now, think about it. $99 times 12, that could be part of your budget for LinkedIn. And we'll talk about the ads as well in just a moment. Because actually, Sunny can help you create the ads too for your nonprofit, especially when you're doing certain campaigns that you're doing, fundraising campaigns during Giving Tuesday, times like that. You can run your ads for your nonprofit. Okay, receptionist. Now, this is a biggie. I think between Eva, I don't know, they all are needed, right? But when we say we need an assistant, Eva and the receptionist, right? Now, you may or may not want to do this, but a lot of times you're just using a cell phone. You don't really have the time to answer calls all the time, you know, because I recommend even Grasshopper if you want a business line. But there's some other things you can use. It'll still go through your cell phone. It's a business line and it can be verified and everything. Okay, that's a whole nother subject. The receptionist, you get a phone number, answers the phone 24/7. She answers the phone and you might have directions for her. Somebody she answers, if they ask this, then you send them here and when to forward the call to you or when to take the message. Okay? So here we go. Transfers calls to the right person. They can book appointments according to your calendar. Send summaries after each call as well. And then Penny, like I said, she writes your blogs, your articles, post on your website automatically, depending upon the service that you're using, optimizes content for your keywords, full SEO audit of your website, right? So she'll audit your website and just SEO matters as search engine optimization because just because you have a website doesn't mean people are going to find your organization. And then Linda, I mentioned her with the reviews contracts and documents, manages legal correspondence, and draft legal documents. Okay. And then these are all the people that are using it. I mean, they have over 40,000 right now, like just in reviews. It's been crazy. They have a group on Facebook that if you have any issues or you want to go through there and find out how they're using it, it's all kind of businesses and nonprofits that are already in the Facebook group. Okay, so like I said, what you get is access to all AI employees all at once. If you only want two or three in the beginning, start with two and then work your way up. 24/7 human support and unlimited team members, unlimited chats. So that means anybody on your team, you can add them as well. If you have an actual assistant or someone else is helping you, unlimited chats, you have security compliance, add as many businesses as you want. I will say, it's a caveat here, we found out when sometime if you're adding more businesses, you're going to end up using more credits. So go slow till you see what'll happen. It'll just stop and say, it'll say Sunny's on vacation, out at the beach or whatever. Rachel's doing such and such because you've run out of the credits. But that wasn't until we got to, I think, 5 workspaces and we were doing all kind of things, just testing stuff. So 50 hours of work included and a 7-day money back guarantee. So they don't have a trial, but after 7 days, if you don't like it, then you can get your money back. Okay, we're gonna activate the team. So let's get to work setting up Eva. Let me see. Where is my partner? Okay, so Eva. Hey, Kathy. So excited to be joining the team. My goal is to have you save you 2 hours every day by handling your inbox, drafting replies, and taking notes during our meetings. Just need you to finish my onboarding. It categorizes your emails into labels, see what needs your attention, and then you can make up your own labels or you can let it default to what to respond to, FYI, comment, notifications, meeting updates, awaiting reply. That was very important. Action and then marketing. Okay. Let it default. Craft emails directly into your inbox for you to preview and send. So if you don't want it drafted, you hit there. If you do, you hit there. I'll automatically archive and less important emails to your inbox. Keep your inbox clean. And then you hit continue. Now, I'm just going to get to this point because I'm going to show you what it looks like when Eva has worked your emails. And you probably get through all the rest of these before it completes your email if you have as many as I do. I think I don't know. We'll see. It's embarrassing to a point. Okay, so whether you have Google, you have Microsoft, or you have other, you're going to connect. That's as far as I'm going to actually go here. Now we're going to go to Sunny. Same thing. Hey, Kathy, so excited to get started. I'm here to grow social media footprint. I'll be handling all content creation, scheduling, posting to make sure we're really connecting with the right foundations and funders. Just need you to complete my onboarding so we can dive in. All right. So, board Sunny. Every day they'll create and publish social media posts to grow your audience and boost engagement. You're going to put your accounts in here, okay? And they'll learn your tone. Is there a logo you want me to use for your post? And you add that and then you go live, okay? Blog writer's Penny. We're on Penny and hi, Kathy. So excited to start writing for the team. I've already identified 10 target keywords focused on things like corporate giving programs and strategic philanthropy to catch the eye of the right funders. Could you complete my onboarding? Once that's done, I can dive into analyzing our current SEO and content. My priority is getting us to the top of Google's first page and blog content that really speaks to foundations and corporate partners. And you can actually tweak it some because, again, we're talking about the nonprofit community. If some things are for the community in general, you want to do that as well, some of the articles. But again, I think it's good for doing your using LinkedIn, being able to do your articles. And then if you just have a general blog or something like that, it would be good for that as well. And you can use them simultaneously with a newsletter that maybe you send out. Okay, so we're going to go through the little onboarding process. These are keywords, right? So if you wanted to add community, things like that, we'll just show you how easy that is. Amen.
Actually can utilize ChatGPT, which is a free platform, also to give you keywords that you can add on. So I utilize both
Mhm.
platforms for sure.
Yeah, you definitely can do that. What I like about this is because it's still AI, so she's actually thought about it and according to your nonprofit. So this is her special, and you guys keep in mind when we went through it before, that they said up to 80 PhDs. So each one of them have about 10. They are the experts, but as we always say, it's all about context of what information you put in there.
I know.
So Stan.
Stan the man.
And the man. Oh, and Tori, I did a short video yesterday giving an update in the community. I said we're gonna have to get you on board with the nonprofits because you're so used to businesses. So I didn't
Right.
realize in our last video you kept saying sales. Well,
Absolutely.
I said, y'all, she hyper focused on sales. Okay, we still want money, but this time it's gonna be donors, donations,
Right.
corporate
Same thing.
sponsors,
Yeah,
what have you.
absolutely.
So he said he's pumped. He's already started. And what happened is you would have when you onboard him, he'll find new leads. He'll handle the email. Like I said, you might want to go slow and not let things be automatic. So I explained to everyone there's a premium version of LinkedIn. And if you're going to make it go full force, because it won't let you spam people, only so many per day, just go ahead and get your premium 30-day free. See how it goes. If you want to keep it, put that in your budget. If not, cut it off. And then usually within 4 to 6 months, they're going to ask you, do you want a free version again? So I use that to the max. And again, I would have connected my email and I showed them what that looks like on the other one. And then you're going to log into your LinkedIn. So that's, if I was to go further, he would go live and he would be working out there and doing his thing. Then you get notification that he has found some leads. So
And
it's,
I was gonna say one thing
uh-huh.
about Stan too, you can set it to where it's in the draft, so it's not like it's just gonna be sending out to,
Right,
whatever. So
right.
you can make it to whatever tone that you want it. So you still have that control just a little bit, until it learns
Exactly.
you enough to where you can trust it, and then
Yeah.
it'll fly.
And then remember, Stan has a workflow. So you actually can put what he's going to reach out and say to each one of them. Each time he can do up to so many. Uh, but again, I advise you guys until they really perfect this a little bit more, make sure you put like she said, just put everything in drafts and then you look at it and decide. So we're going to Linda. As I said, you got your memorandum of understanding, you got your contract agreements, even your agreements. If you win a grant, a lot of times they're going to give you a contract for that. If you get government contracts, you're going to get contracts. If you have a collaborative partnership with someone in your community, another nonprofit, let her look at your contracts, any legal documents. Yeah.
Linda is one of those people I, think about whenever I'm having any issues. I think, "Listen, Linda." She's the one you
Yeah.
go to.
Yeah.
Anything you need to know, she can keep you ahead of any legal issues. Not saying that you need to replace her with the actual lawyer, but a lot of things don't need a lawyer, so her evaluating
Mm,
what you actually need is important.
okay. And you see here,
So
she
she's
can
there
draft
for you.
your legal documents as well.
Beautiful. Love that.
So for your simple ones, definitely. She can do your policies and procedures. I believe Penny can too. You need a handbook for your
Mhm.
organization,
Because they
HR.
interact with each other, so
They do. They
a lot
do.
of them can do
Mhm.
the same things.
Yep. Yep. So here's your receptionist, Rachel. And you get your phone number. As soon as you
Mm.
finish, she's ready to jump on the lines. As I mentioned earlier, she answers the questions. So you think of some frequently asked questions and then when to allow her to book appointments according to your calendar. You give her instructions to all of these. So it's
Mhm.
only going to do what you tell it to do. And then when you want the calls transferred to you. So let's say continue.
And
And
we gotta point out that we're getting a number.
yes, I
Like,
did.
all of these
Look,
other
look, Miss
platforms
Tori missed all our little stuff,
I
but yes,
did. Oh my gosh,
but we're gonna
the
reinforce
number.
it in case they
Ye
forgot. You get a number.
Mhm.
Yes. So it
That's already the price
yeah,
of a number is already
it
so
is.
much on
It
other platforms, so
it
getting that
definitely
free
is.
is insane.
Yep. And I'm not gonna go further because I don't want a number. So we're gonna go on. So I'm gonna show the brain, you guys, is just like
Yes.
ChatGPT, Claude, any other AI where you can put information. You can connect it to your drive as well. If there are certain documents like your website, your documents that you have for your nonprofit, you want it to learn as much as it can. And then memories, when you click it, all of that. So you got access to be able to put all that information in here. So what I'm gonna do is show a live one. I don't think we have too much
Yay.
personal stuff. I'll do A&E coaching. So what to respond, if I want to do that, it'll just show those. And
Mhm.
I told y'all, no, don't judge me. I have how many? I don't know. It's on here somewhere. Hold on. Let me go to inbox and then show you the color codes. Yeah, I have 219,000. Okay, you guys. So that's why I said, don't judge me. She was working hard when we first started this, but at least a lot of things are archived. So I could literally start
Yeah.
with the archive and start cleaning. Like
Mhm.
I got 522 spam in just a few weeks because I cleaned this out. So you can easily get rid of that.
And you can
Um,
set your label parameters, like, you don't have to do what they
yeah,
give you. So if it's a label specific to
yeah,
you that you want to have on that saw, you can
yeah.
set that, and they'll
And some of these you might not even think you need, but I can tell you I've been doing business for a long time. You pretty much need these, like to
yeah,
respond, and then you
respond will
have a
save
waiting
time.
reply. If they're waiting reply, you don't want to miss those either. Comments, notifications, action items, marketing. If
Mhm.
it's just marketing, says 5,000. See how I didn't waste my time, and so that's what's her name? Eva did all by herself.
She sure did. And you can go in, which I recommend doing in the beginning, actually go in and maybe set a few yourself. It trains her a little more. So it can be even more perfect for you. So just kind of set those tabs like, okay, I want this to be responsive. I want this to be marketing. It just makes
Yeah.
her kind of understand you just even more.
But you see here the action items and all of that stuff, the main points. So this is pulling from whatever, and I didn't even make it to this one. That's amazing. Because sometimes when you're on Zoom, there's so many AIs coming on. Like if you go into a big webinar, there's a lot of AI, so they won't let them in. But apparently, because it said Eva, somebody let her in, and see, it's telling me about that webinar that I did not make this evening. And so you can see how you get oh man, it gave me participants.
Yeah.
That's that's crazy.
What do you say your favorite tab is so far? Your favorite
Oh, the
label on
tabs.
the side?
Well, the ones is
Mhm.
urgent. So the one you have to answer right away, the first
Right.
one you said, and then the action one.
Mine is the, awaiting reply because those are, like, conversations I'm actively having.
Yeah.
So when I go to it, I'm like, "Oh my god, I left somebody on
Oh, you know
waiting,
what?
like, an
You didn't tell
answer."
me I was off of that. I mean, I wasn't on where I was talking. You didn't tell me.
I thought we were talking about that. That's why I was like, "Oh, okay, well,
I was talking
I'll
about
ask a
Eva and
question."
what it looks like. I was showing
I was going with
mine.
the flow, mom. I'm like, "Okay, well, we're still
Because
stuck
when
on
I said
email."
I said it's a meeting that I did not go to.
I thought we were still talking
And,
about email. I'm like, "Oh, I got a question then."
like, what is this one right here? Resetting
Yep.
solutions. Okay, yeah, I was saying it's a meeting today that I did not go to. Let me see where to go.
Mhm.
Now that you all can see, showing all my business. Um, where was it? It was booked for profits. Yeah, either way I go, I didn't go, and someone accepted Eva, and so I got the gist of what it was about. I don't know where it was, but it was on here somewhere. Okay.
I
So
love
now
that
you
they
know
sum it up. That's insane.
yeah, they do.
The
I love that too.
summary, it's like, and the
Uh-huh.
reminder.
Right. And so social media give you all an idea how it
Mhm.
creates. And again, you can tweak it how you want, but I say let Sunny just do some things and then you can let your creative juices flow. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause of course, you have your main content, but you want those in between content that kinda keeps your page active and, keeps viewers coming to the account and getting that
Right.
attraction that you need for
Right.
sponsors, so
Because remember, y'all, from the nonprofit perspective, first of all, Tori, let me tell you, my nonprofit leaders, they don't do social media. They hardly ever do.
exactly, exactly. This has
But it
saved
is
so much time.
But it is important, you all, for funders, when they look you up,
Yep,
they Google,
visibility.
they look at your social media if it looks active. So I gave them the idea of posting from here 2 to 3 times a week, and then at least a video or something that you do where you're talking about the community, the events that you had, what happened after, or your
Mhm.
programs that you're having, and your ongoing just as a leader day to day. You can just put 1 or 2 in there like that, but then you have these posts here, like I said, we just found out LinkedIn and IG, now they do carousels. Sunny does carousels. So if
Nice.
y'all see here, I got all of them hooked up automatically. I can take one away. I can take whatever I want away if I don't want it,
Exactly.
but it adjusts for the platform. Like you'll see
Mhm.
X in here. It's
Wow,
not gonna be
that's a game changer. Adjusting for the platform, because I think people think that each platform is the same, and there's
right.
different even all the way down to the hashtags or how the imagery look, it's all different.
Mhm.
So they can kinda do that for
Right.
you, save some time.
Facebook should just be connected to your Instagram. And then X is
Of course,
good
that's
just
Meta.
for especially all this motivational, just want to post some things, put it out there, but even some updates on your nonprofit. And then remember, LinkedIn is going to be more so catering to getting the attraction of corporate foundations and corporate sponsors, and then just kind of addressing your subject of your nonprofit. So I mentioned if it was homelessness, if it's recidivism programs, whatever it is, and giving that data and information ongoing and news about that. All right. And then blog writer. Like I said, she can do your articles. I use her for that one was put on the website as well as LinkedIn. If you have a newsletter like Substack.
Yeah, the
And
articles are,
so
very important for
mhm,
sure for that SEO, creating that findability.
I know some of my nonprofit leaders, you have a business too, and I mentioned to you all.
If I'm a sponsor, do I and I got 2 names that I see, who do I donate this $100,000 to? St. Jude or Marianne's? It's an immediate response in your brain because of advertisement or visibility that St. Jude has. So
Yeah.
that matters. It's more just about like, who are you the one that's in their mind when it's time for them to donate?
Yep. Yep. And trust me, when you submit that application, they
Mhm.
will look. Okay.
Yeah, they
Plus,
do.
on the other side of that, you all, there's so many people saying there's not enough resources. I don't know where to find them. Well, guess what? If they just Google, hopefully you are in so many different places that if someone was in
Exactly.
need, they know how to contact you. They know how to get into your
Mhm.
program. So that makes a difference too. That then you're top of mind. And then Stan. It says Stan works hard. I've been playing around with Stan. So like I said, I changed my target at different times.
Wow.
And this is what and you talk to it just like you do the AI. If you started doing AI, chat, Claude, whatever, you do the same thing. Like I wanted Nashville market ideal. And I said, even though LinkedIn is his specialty and he has access to what was that, 700 million, I think it said. He'll also tell you how many according to your niche. But you
Right.
see here where it gave me some nonprofit funding sources. So Bob
Nice.
Woodruff Foundation and things like that. So it gave me the information. So you can do different things to see what you want to do, how you want to tweak it to get to
Yeah,
your
definitely
idea.
you wanna talk to Stan. Stan just
Yeah.
wants to get to know what you need, and he's gonna work from there, so you can get creative
Mhm.
with Stan. I wouldn't even, like, limit him to just,
Mhm.
finding leads for sure.
Here's one I tweaked, and it said I just kicked off fresh start search for 10 more leads, specifically looking for those smaller nonprofit, Nashville-based nonprofits. Don't worry about the LinkedIn side. My sequence uses emails, blah, blah, blah. So again, that just shows how many
Mhm.
times I've changed things around. And again, it's about donations and corporate sponsors as well. That's what you all will need leads for. And for those who have business, you just need leads,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. He's just
Build
the leads.
relationship.
Yes.
And then receptionist, I have not added a number, but you can do that as well. Like I said, if you're overwhelmed, just start with maybe Eva and your social media and just play
Right, just
around with
start there.
that a little bit, or Eva and Stan, or however you wanna do it so you all don't get overwhelmed. Anything on Marblism that I
Uh,
didn't
besides it being, user-friendly and it cuts back on the
yeah,
headache of understanding right now we're in the informational world, so there's so much information out there, there's so many AI, platforms are changing. This just keeps it simple, and this is what you need to implement in your business, so this is what you need AI-wise. That's it.
mhm,
That's what I
mhm,
love the simplicity of it, so
yeah, me too. So, if y'all have any questions, if you're watching the recording, just put it in our group, or you
mhm,
can DM us and within the group, however you want. We'd love to see you all more active in the group. But hopefully this will take the weight off, and I'll share again. There's a link, there's affiliate link. I meant to show you all on here, but there's a section that it can serve as another fundraiser. That's what I'm trying to say.
mhm,
Yeah, definitely serves as another fundraiser. So you can actually get referrals from
right.
Marblism, which is another way to make money. You need several streams even for your nonprofit as well. Anything I'm leaving out? I feel like I am. That's why I'm
Um
scrambling.
Also, if someone wants to have us help you set it up, that would be amazing. Definitely just inbox us and just let
Yeah.
us know. We can walk you through it and help you set it up to make it even easier for you. So
Mhm.
definitely reach out to
Mhm.
see what options you have with that. So
Yeah.
you're not alone in this.
You're not alone. It definitely takes off the time of my
Uh,
nonprofit leaders.
I
Alright.
did add the link in the chat as well. It's right there for everybody to snag that and get, start and see what you can do with it.
Y'all have a good night, good day, whenever you listen to this recording.
Bye.